What is happening, everybody? Back at you with another video. Doing a little bit of home time. As a matter of fact, that is the subject of today's video. It's beautiful out here today in Glendale, Arizona. So I'll be right back at you to talk a little bit about home time, because that is one of the main things that we get as far as questions, whether or not it is a new team or people looking to come on board. So stick around. Welcome back. So I am out on our terrace right now. Today is our last day of home time. Hopefully we can get a load and get up out of here tomorrow sometime. It's actually two things that I want to dive into. One is being home time, and as well as taxes and 1099. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to break them up because I don't want it to be no long, crazy video. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the home time and talk about 1099 employee versus being self-employed. I'll do that. That'll be next week's video, and then I'll have my wife in that one as well, because she's the one that does our taxes. Her and her aunt, who is a CPA and our accountant. Maybe I'll even try to get her to come on and give some free pointers to the new people that's coming in that has never been 1099 before and all of that.
Highfield Trucking has hands down been the best fleet owner that we've had the privilege of working with in our almost 20-year expedite careers. Whether you have a Class B or a Class A CDL, Highfield Trucking has a truck for you. With 24/7 mentor program support, one of the best programs in the industry, you will always have someone by your side to teach you the new game of expedite. If you're interested in becoming a part of the Highfield family, please reach out at 1-833-HIGHFIELD or 1-833-493-4353 or www.highfieldtrucking.com. Recruiting is always willing, ready, and available to speak to you at your convenience.
So let's talk about home time. One of the biggest things we get asked is, how does home time work? Do we have to do anything special with our truck, et cetera, et cetera? So I'm gonna go ahead and put out there the first rule of home time. The first rule of home time is you do not have to ask permission to go home. That's the biggest thing that we get asked, especially with new teams. They ask us, can they go home? No, you don't have to ask us. If you want to go home, go home. However, Highfield does have a policy that you have to be on 3 weeks, and then you can take 1 week off. So you've heard us talk about this before. Definitely don't recommend it all the time. If you need to do it, and then do it, but 3 weeks on, 1 week off. That is in your contract when you come on board. The other thing is you cannot compound it. So you can't work for 6 months and get 6 weeks off. There is a bit of a loophole to that, but that's not for me to talk about. You would talk about that with Highfield. Do we work for 2 or 3 months straight, and do we get a little extra time off? Typically, they don't have a problem with it, but again, that's something that you would have to discuss with Highfield. You have to remember that you're not asking permission to go home, because Highfield does give you a 300-mile radius before you would have to pay for the fuel to get home. So I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of how you go about doing home time. So we'll use us for example, coming home. We had dentist appointments that we had to come and take care of. So we pretty much just put a home time request in through the ArcBest app and let them know that we needed to be home by a certain date. And they try their absolute best to get you as close to home as possible. Now, if they can't get you exactly home and you're within that 300-mile radius, you know, just go ahead and feel free to reach out to whoever your fleet coordinator is, whether it's Kayla or Kelly, and say, hey, we had a home time request in, and they could only get us here. So we're gonna go ahead and take off and go home. If it's within that 300 miles and you've done your 3 weeks on, Highfield will not charge you for that fuel. If it's over 300 miles, you pay the difference in the 300 miles. So easy peasy. Depending on where you live, getting home is not, it shouldn't be an issue. For us living in Phoenix, it can be an issue. However, they did get us a load that brought us straight here. So that's one of the ways that you do your home time. Another way you do your home time is you don't have to take your home time at home. You can take your home time anywhere. So let's say you get to Vegas and you want to go ahead and take off for a week in Vegas, and you've been out there for a month and a half, you fulfilled your 3 weeks, and you say, hey, I want to be in Vegas. You just simply put yourself out of service on the app, out of service vacation, and you take your 5, 6, 7 days, however long you decide to stay in Vegas, and then you put yourself back in service when you're ready to go back in service. I have to stress, you are not asking permission to go home. No way, shape, form, or fashion. Reaching out to your fleet coordinator is just a courtesy to let them know, hey, I'm going home and I'm going from here to there. That way they don't have to go back and try to figure out where you were, where you went, and all of that. They'll have it written down and they can do what they do. So home time it's not, taking home time is not an issue. So again, if you need to go home, you are more than welcome to go home. You are an independent contractor, you work for yourself, but again, you do have to understand that there are certain things within your contract that you have to fulfill. But at the end of the day, you work for yourself. So it's not like you have to accrue so many hours and so many days with a job, which I'm not gonna get too deep in that because that's what next week's video is gonna be about. So make sure y'all tune in next week. You kind of have carte blanche, so to speak, as to how you run your business and how you take your home time, where you take your home time, etc. So in saying that, again, home time isn't a really, really big, crazy issue that people have to worry about. You know, you can kind of do your own thing, and if you out there riding and running, doing you, home time is never an issue. So I'm gonna close this video out real quick, and as always, thank y'all for joining. If you have any questions about Highfield Trucking, expediting in general, please leave a comment. Reach out to us on our social medias, The Real Trucker Couple on all platforms. And again, if you got any questions about Highfield, reach out to them at www.highfieldtrucking.com or 1-833-HIGHFIELD. And you can also reach them via Facebook at Highfield Trucking. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend this weekend, because I know we did. It was beautiful out here. I know we got some people that's stuck in the snow and everything. Sorry for you. I'll be back next week with that video about 1099 and independent contractor versus being an employee. I'm sorry. So again, hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend, and We'll see y'all next week.